Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's continue our complete beginner's guide to Slay the Spire on Ascension 1 with the Silent. Looks like we're going to be fighting the champ here at the end, so we need to prepare accordingly. Let's pick a path. We got ourselves that fusion hammer, so campfires are a little bit less valuable to us, except for healing. And we've got a kunai, and we're looking to go. We got 2 out of 3 potions. I feel pretty good. I don't want to shop right now. I only have 118 gold. And I kind of want to take down some more elites. So where might we do that? Well, if we wanted to go this way and fight an uber elite right away, we certainly could do that. But it's not ideal. I could go for the heart if I wanted to. We did the heart last time, but I don't always go for the heart. And in fact, on higher Ascension, I have to have a really, really powerful deck to want to do that. But if I did want to say, hey, let's go for the Uber Elite right now, I could, right? I could go here. But then it would be like, if I want another Elite, I'm not getting to rest until here. So that's kind of scary. And then there's a third elite. But we could try it and see if this deck can get powerful. If it doesn't, then we need to scooch over here and dodge some elites. But then we have a bunch of hallway fights. So, you know. Let's see what we can do. Alright. So, this dude... Okay. Let's go draw. Let's draw and discard. Let's definitely attack to get our kunai to trigger and attack again. So we attacked 4 times. I was looking for some cards, looking for some discard fun. Didn't get it, but we did get a pip of dexterity to help us block. Alright, here we go. And this is what I'm talking about. So he wants to do 10 damage to us. Okay. So Corpse Explosion is terrible against this dude because, well, quite frankly, he has 3 artifact charges. So what we can do, though, is smack him. And here we go. Fantastic. This will give us enough block right here. So we'll just go ahead and discard this. And we'll do this. The weak doesn't happen, but we can just fully block right here. He'll take 3 damage from hitting us. Now he's made us frail. Okay? So in a spot like this, it's a little alarming. But we can just get rid of 1 charge here. And we have 8 block, 20 coming in. We can use this to fully block. And this will get rid of his artifact charges pretty nicely. So we'll block, smack this guy, and drink this to take no damage. And then now we need to kill this guy just, you know, right away. And this is 21 damage, and it's over. Okay. So we had to use a potion, but we didn't take any damage. Now we're talking. So, look at our deck. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to have fun and do some discard shenanigans. To go discard shenanigans, we have Dagger Throw, we have Acrobatics, we have Unload, okay? Eviscerate, another Dagger Throw, alright? And what also Survivor. Now, Tactician Plus is just going to give us 2 energy if we discard it. So this becomes a really nice thing to give us a ton of energy. I always will do this. It's 85 gold for a relic. And we got a peace pipe, which makes campfires a little bit better for us because now we can do something other than rest at them, which is remove cards. So we're going to go over here. We got the 2 thieves. Okay, so with the 2 thieves, all right, we can easily just Dagger Throw and Tactician to get a ton of energy right here. I'm going to neutralize this one. They're both doing the same amount of damage, but he has the least hit points. So if I could take him down, that would be fantastic. We're going to just die right now. Hit them both, and then we can Dagger Throw, discard Tactician, And now Eviscerate only costs 2, and we can kill this dude flat out. I'm going to hit this guy, see what we can draw. Okay. So we're going to get rid of that guy, and we are going to take a little damage right here. But not a ton. Now these guys just keep attacking, that's just kind of what they do. So we're going to discard Corpse Explosion this turn isn't as good for us, and by as good I mean really good at all. And we will discard Noxious Fumes is far too slow in this spot. So this will guarantee that we don't take any damage, and we can weaken him. He is going to attack again, which usually they might start trying to run away, but he wants to attack us again. But we have enough damage to finish this guy right here. All right. So we took 4 damage, but that's not bad. And what do we want? We could do all-out attack, which we can use to our advantage with our discard strategy. Not bad. Backflip Plus is a very, very good block card, but I think I want to take one more discard and see if we can just keep making this work. We don't really have much of an option at this, unfortunately. I do not want a curse card, so we're just going to have to take a hit to the face, but we do gain 5 max HP. So at this point, we could say, you know what? I'm too hurt. Let's fire, but I'm going to go here before I make the decision. Yep, and it's getting tough, isn't it? Okay. So what we're going to do is Corpse Explosion this dude, because if he dies and we need to kill him fast, he'll do half of his... He'll do 51 damage, which is half of this guy's health, basically, when he dies. So what we're going to do immediately is go ahead and Acrobatics, and then discard Tactician to get a bunch of energy. I will Noxious Fumes, Corpse Explosion, Caltrops, just play a bunch of powers here, get started. And this guy wants to do 10 damage to us, okay? So I'm going to backflip and hope to get a 0-cost card. I unfortunately did not, and we'll have to take that damage. 5 of it anyway. Okay. So now we can die. Dagger throw. Discard to defend. And how greedy do I want to be is the question. No, not that greedy. This is fine. So we'll kill this guy. And then he'll blow up. And this guy's down to 26. So from here... Oh, he's not even going to attack. Okay. 1, 2. Get rid of the leg sweep. Neutralize. Unload. Over. Alright. So Reflex Plus. Another beautiful card for our discard strategy. We're getting there. I'm low on health. I don't like it. But I think we could do this. Alright, this is a good one for us. As long as we can get enough AoE to kill these dudes. In this fight, as long as you can keep these 2 dudes dead, this guy usually will not attack you. It's not a guarantee, but it's possible. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and dagger throw this dude. And I'll just discard a defend. Eviscerate that guy, kill him. And kill. And we get our kunai to trigger, so we got 1 dexterity, which will help our block. And he's going to try to buff his buddies. Now, usually what will happen is... he's going to attack, unfortunately. Usually if they're dead, he won't attack, but he's definitely attacking us. So we have to deal with that. So we've weakened him, so he's going to do 18. So what we need to do is find some defense. So we're going to do that, okay? And luckily we drew reflex, so we can discard that with acrobatics, and this will draw us 3 more cards. And fantastic. We found really, really good stuff here. So footwork and leg sweep make it so we're now blocking 15 of his incoming 16. And we can also... we could try to spike a tactician, but it seems unlikely. So I'm just going to Noxious Fumes. Alright, now he's going to try to get his buddies back. Corpse Explosion stinks right here in the sense that we're not going to try to blow this guy up, but it does give him 6 poison. So at the very least, it's that. Go ahead and do that. And, you know, Unload is great right here because it'll trigger Tactician. And then we can just, you know, do that. Get a Dexterity Pip. So now we can block for a ton. What we have to hope is, yep, that he's not attacking this turn. And... let's see, who do we want to go? If we blow this guy up like that, he'll do 20 to everybody, which is tremendous. So, alright. And let's let it happen. We got another pip on our kunai, by the way. Alright, so he's now doing what we hope is, which he's thinking is like, hey, what happened to my buddies? Let's summon them again. And do we want to discard a card? Well, we want to discard Basic Defend for sure. Let's Dagger Throw this dude. Discard Reflex, drawing 3. We'll Dagger Throw him again, and we'll just discard a Basic Defend. And we can do that. Now we've got +7 Dexterity, which is ridiculous. He's taking 10 damage from poison. Alright. So, in this spot, we just die. Our Nunchaku went off, which is funny. We're going to Survivor, intentionally ditching Tactician, play Caltrops, and this guy's doing 5 damage, but we're blocking 15, and we want to kill the boss anyway, so let's just do all the damage to him, and next turn he's going to die from poison. So he wants to do 45 damage, which is a shame, but unfortunately for him, it doesn't matter because he died from poison, but we can just kill him anyway. And we got our gold. We got an Ancient Tea set, which is, you know, not bad. We got the green key, and we can add a card. Well, how about that? So Tools of the Trade is also another excellent card for our discard strategy. All right. And these hallway fights are getting, you know, uncomfortable. But we can make this happen. So what we're going to do is leg sweep right here. That allows him to be weakened, and he's not doing damage to us anymore. I'm going to acrobatics, and oof. I'll do get rid of that. Oof, again. All right. I was really hoping to get some more mana, but just spiking Tactician is not easy. Anyway, do I want to do Noxious Fumes right now? Yeah, I think so. We'll just do this. Get some poison flowing. Poison is very good against this turkey. Okay. Tools of the Trade. I'm going to... at this point, I want to kill this guy, even though he'll make me vulnerable. Just because what will happen is he'll do less damage. This guy will do 14, but 14 is better than taking 16. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And take it. Oh, that's right. He was weakened, so he didn't do all the damage. All right, now look at this. Right away, we can discard that, and we get the boost. We'll footwork. We'll backflip. And we'll just weaken him. So now we almost block fully. And hey, now we do. And we'll just pump our block again. Just like that. We're fully blocking. And we're going to choose to discard Reflex to draw a bunch of cards. And we will simply Survivor to discard Tactician. And then this will allow us to Corpse Explosion this dude. Dagger Throw. Dagger Throw. And Unload. Alright. So, do we want to discard anything? I think a basic defend is fine to lose right here. Alright. Now, the boot actually does come in handy. So, what it means is, like, if we're doing very little unblocked damage, it's going to maximize it, make it... Well, not maximize it, we just do more. And now we can just finish. Wow, good choices. Piercing Wail Plus is an insanely powerful card. I love it. But Blade Dance Plus with our Kunai is really gross. Alright, so now we have a choice. And it's not much of a choice. I'm going to go this way. And because I want the shop. And in the shop, what do we get? What do we get? Well, we don't have enough for the orrery, unfortunately. What would be the best? We could just buy a fairy in a bottle and just use it, you know, because we're low. And just kind of use that to replenish our health. We could also buy an unload. I mean, Ghost in a Jar is also really good, but I'm going to play it really safe and just pick up that fairy in a bottle. Alright. Well, how about this? The game knew that we were playing discard and gave us Tingsha, which says whenever you discard a card, you deal 3 damage to a random enemy. So, I want to take that blue key, but that is so good that we have to take it. Alright, we got the Slavers. So the Slavers are terrifying. They're all attacking as per usual, but we're going to try to have some fun here. Neutralize. Leg sweep. Alright. Blade Dance. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back there. 16 is not enough to finish this dude. Obnoxious Fumes, all out attack. Bam. Oh yeah, the Ting Shot went off. That's right. You heard the bell go off from the discard. Alright, so we do take damage. But at this point... nothing to discard these cards with. That's okay. Because we just do that. That guy's gone. Play this. Get a little bit of block. Okay. And what do we want to discard right here? Just a regular strike sounds fine. Ting Sha goes off. Hit this guy. Discard that. And backflip. This is where Corpse Explosion becomes ridiculous. Because the fight's over. He's going to get 6 poison, so he explodes and the other guy explodes. Oh, we got meat on the bone. Well, how about that? I'm going to ditch my weak potion for the strength potion. Oof, oof. tough choices. Wraith form is just bananas in terms of survivability. We'll take it. It just helps out so much. Alright, so we've got a hallway fight, a fire, a hallway fight, an elite, and a fire, and then the champ. Now, what's hilarious is we picked up Meat on the Bone, which means we can proc it if we don't pop our potion. But even if we do pop our potion, this will still go off, because Meat on the Bone works that if you're below 50%, you're going to restore some health. And they've been updating the game, you know, over the years, and now it just tells you exactly how much you'll get back. It doesn't tell you a percentage. It's just, it scales, right, based on your current hit points and such. And so I'm going to get 12 hit points back at the end of a fight if I'm below 50. So that could be tremendous for us. All right, so let's see if we can keep this going. All right, this is a standard fight, and it's the Centurion and the Mystic. Now, when you get something like Wraith form, you get this question where it's like, okay, I could just Wraith form right now, reduce this 20 incoming damage to 0. Or, well, not 0, but 1 each. But then I won't be able to block very well for the rest of the fight as my dexterity deteriorates. That being said, how much block do I have in my hand? Right now I just have 1 defend. So what do I want to do here? They don't usually both attack. So this is a big, strong turn from them. So I think what I'll actually end up doing right here... I'm going to get really, really greedy. I'm a really greedy person. And I'm going to acrobatics. And what we're going to try to do is just... I guess all we'd really be trying to do is land Tactician. That doesn't seem very likely, does it? So let's Wraith form. Let's do it. And then... let's Tools of the Trade. I think it's our best power. We're going to take 2 damage right here. But this will help us start triggering our discard stuff. And just Ting Sha will go off. Okay, so what do we want to discard of these? Unfortunately, we didn't actually draw one of our discard cards, but Eviscerate will benefit from this. So we're just going to discard a regular defend. And now they're both attacking again, which again is unusual. Like, usually one of these guys will be healing or defending or buffing or something, but they're attacking. But that's great, because our Wraith form is we're still intangible. So their damage goes to 1 for this last turn. So what we want to do right here is Corpse Explosion, but we want to put it on the Centurion. In this fight, you always want to damage this dude, because then this guy will start healing. Or gal, or the Mystic will start healing. And that will just take an attack off the board, which is tremendous. So I'm going to Corpse Explode right here. I'll backflip, sure. Okay. And I'm actually just going to Noxious Fumes. Just do even more damage. Alright, so we block. And now they're both buffing, which is what we expected. We didn't get the kind of card that I want, but I'll just defend the base. I'll discard a basic defend. And at this point, we can start using our kunai to counteract the dexterity loss somewhat. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Blade Dance. I'm going to go 1, 2. The boot, by the way, works very well with these bad shivs. It gives them +1 damage. It's better than nothing. I'm going to Footwork. And I'm going to Caltrops. And I'm going to Survivor just to proc Ting Sha and do a little damage. Okay. So he is... the Mystic is buffing their strength, not healing. Now, we did get the discard. And what do we want? Do we want 2 energy or do we want 3 cards? Well, you can push the eyeball button and see what they're doing. Both of them are not attacking. So they're not attacking. So what that means is I'm actually going to take Reflex and see if I can get really greedy here. Try to come up with something that potentially discards, and we did. So we can discard Tactician to draw even more. We're going to neutralize right here. And we're going to Survivor away this Tactician just to give us a ton of energy and proc Ting Sha. Remember, when this guy dies, he's going to do 76 damage to the Mystic, so they'll both die. So we can die. And we can do this. And it's over. We just won the fight. We did take 2 damage, but we're going to heal for 12 because of meat on the bone. So it's beautiful. I'll just kill him myself. And it's over. And there we go. We healed up. And now we take Piercing Wail Plus. I keep dodging this card, but one of them is just so phenomenal. And to have the upgraded version is beautiful. This card, especially if you're in an AoE situation, if you make them lose 8 strength, they're going to be doing very, very little damage that turn. More so if it's like divided amongst multiple attacks, unless it's huge attacks. Terror is a good card, but that's not really what our deck is going for necessarily. And Blur, I mean, these are all good cards, you know, but I'm fine with Piercing Wail. I want one. I always like to have one. All right, so now we got to the campfire. Now we could rest, and we'll heal 22, which would take us to 43, which would take us out of meat on the bone range. So I'm not going to rest. I'm going to toke, and we're going to get rid of, most probably what we're going to get rid of here is a basic defend. I actually don't mind strikes at this point because of our kunai. And I feel like I'm more likely to play one of those than a defend. So I can get rid of a defend. Just streamline our deck a little bit. Get us our discard cards more often. Okay, and this is Snake Plant. This is a tough one. This is, like, for example, right here, if we had our massive strength minus, it'd be phenomenal, but we don't. That being said, we've got acrobatics, so let's play that first. Now, we did get, by the way, because of our T-set, all right, we hit the rest site, so we are starting with extra energy, which is beautiful. Choose a card to discard. We got no good discard cards. I'm just going to get rid of a basic strike. I'm not going to play that right now. And let me quick slash to see what we draw. There it is. Dagger throw, get rid of tactician. Here we go. All right. So we're going to neutralize this dude so he does less damage. The boot actually helps us here with his, you know, ever-growing armor. We're going to Blade Dance just to boost up our dexterity before we block, and we're going to play all of those. And at this point, our dex is up by 2. 2 more attacks will get it up even further, so I'm going to Dagger Throw, and we're going to discard Reflex. Great. Draw 3. Okay. I'm going to Corpse Explode. Footwork. I'll backflip just to see if I could draw into Eviscerate. I didn't, so we are going to get hit for 5. I was a little bit too aggressive right there with playing attack cards, so we took damage. But remember, we will heal with meat on the bone. Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. We just didn't draw enough. Well, actually, with all of our defense, never mind. Hey, it works out okay. So let's defend first, okay? And then we'll unload, and we'll do that, and it's over, and we'll take 1, and he's dead from poison. The reason I played Corpse Explosion, by the way, was to poison this guy up, because it gets through his generating armor. We'll just Eviscerate. Alright, and we heal for 12. And at this point, with this character, this is very tempting. Great AoE. We have these. This is an upgraded version. It's fantastic, but we're going to go Blade Dance all day for our kunai. Just helping our defense. Alright, Book of Stabbing. Rough to see. I am going to use my... let me look at the map. Yeah, this is our last fight before the champ. I'm going to use my liquid... bronze right here. My liquid thorns or whatever, just to get myself... It works well. This guy does a lot of multiple attacks. he's an elite, and we might get a potion as a reward, so it's good to open it. I definitely want my strength for the champ. And what we're going to do here is just be upset that we didn't get something to discard this with, but that's fine. Leg sweep. We fully block. And noxious fumes. Die. Fine. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we want to keep this dude. Now, of course, Piercing Wail just totally locks this guy down. So we might want to do that. I'm going to Acrobatics, see what we get. We do not want Wraith Form right now. It's too early in this fight for that. But these are beautiful right now because they basically allow us to just start generating dexterity to build up so that we can out-block this guy. Our boots going off, you know, giving us a bunch. And now we've already got +2 dex and make that one more attack gives us +3. So I'm going to Dagger Throw. All right, and we will discard Survivor, and we're going to Piercing Wail. This will fully block because it'll take him down. So basically, like, if he was doing 8 times 3, -8 strength would have made him do 0 times 3, but he was only doing 4 times 3, so this is like overkill, but it just takes away his entire turn so that we can concentrate on setting up. And now with Footwork, you know, you can see that our basic defend is just giving us 11. We're going to Quick Slash, see if we get something good, and we did. We're going to defend, and we're going to play Tools of the Trade. I love Caltrops in this fight, but I want Tools of the Trade to just give me that discard synergy. All right. And right here, look at this. Hey, do you want to discard a card? I do. Discard Reflex. All right, and so it gets us to the point where he's going to do 6 times 4 damage. I mean, this guy is a beast. He does so much damage, but we can block that. I'm going to Dagger Throw. Dagger Throw is great because, hey, this unplayable status card, let's just ditch it. Tingsha. We have enough block right now. I'm going to play it. So I'm going to Survivor away a basic defend, and I'm going to play my defend just to fully block this turn, and then we'll go ahead and just do our most damage, which is unload. It triggers Tingsha, extra damage, and we've almost got this dude. Okay. We don't even need to care about what we discard. I'll just discard Caltrops because, but we've got this guy annihilated. Great, and we heal with Meat on the Bone. And we get an Anchor, which is a very good artifact for us that we can start to set up in the beginning. And we did get a potion, like I said, to replace the potion that we used, okay? And now we get to add a card to our deck. Well, what do we want? Actually, I'm not going to add any of these. I don't like these cards. Endless Agony is not what we want in this deck. It gives you a lot of attacks, which can work with Kunai, but I don't want to be playing... I don't have a lot of draw, and I don't want to only draw that card. It's decent, but it's not... If we had some more stuff to work with Exhausting or something, maybe. This is a little bit weak for a card draw. And this, we don't need a card like this right now. We have better ways to do damage. It's 2 energy. I'd rather be spending that on other things. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that card offering and go in here. Now what do we want to do? I think I'm going to play it safe and just heal up going into the champ. This guy can do a lot of damage with his Execute. And even though we have this fairy in a bottle, I'm just going to play it real safe. We can wait on taking the red key. I don't want to die on the champ because I'm trying to get the red key right now. Let's do this. All right, so Wraith Form, again, this is one of those cards where it's so good, so powerful, but you have to be careful when you play it. You cannot play it early in a long fight or you will just run out of blocking. So this is like an emergency. Maybe after he switches forms, we play this to just stabilize, but we are not playing this early at all. Like I said, we're setting up. So how do we set up? Well, we play something like Caltrops and we Dagger Throw, see if we can get anything good here. I'm just going to discard Wraith Form. We have all this energy, right? So we want to play as many cards as we can. we're definitely... I should have done this. We're going to drink the strength potion, make the guy weak. I'm fine with unloading because I'm not going to play Piercing Wail right here. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm going to strike, and I'm going to drink my colorless potion to see if I can get something that draws cards. Magnetism is just fine. So this is a 0-cost power that... So the colorless potion gives you a list, like a choice of 3, and it makes it 0 cost. And I always like to, you know, if you can get an expensive card... There was also the card that does damage based on the amount of cards you have, but I like magnetism. It's just a power that recurs. It could backfire if we get some of our discard cards on the top, but this will be fine. All right, so that's the best we can do on round 1. And here the guy comes. And so this is what we're getting every turn. I'm sorry, it's not playing a card. I was thinking of the Ironclad card that just plays a card for you. This card just gives you a random colorless card, and that's kind of what Discovery does as well. But we're definitely going to footwork to help our defense. We're going to acrobatics and see if we can find, something like reflex to discard. And we can leg sweep and just block this guy for full. Or I can Noxious Fumes and defend. Actually, Tools of the Trade and defend. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna just keep setting up by playing as many powers as I can. This is not a full block right here, but it's a pretty good block. Okay. And we're going to discard Tactician. Now, he wants to hit us for a ton. We got this card for free, so might as well just make him only hit us for, I don't know, 10. Dark Shackles is tremendous. All right, so... we're going to Corpse Explosion, Blade Dance, 1, 2, 3, get our kunai going. That's another part of our workup. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we're going to discard a basic strike. We're going to play Blade Dance again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nunchaku went off. Unfortunately, I could have just tried to save it, but it didn't work out. And so we're only getting hit for 2, even though we're vulnerable against this dude, which is amazing. Now, what I'm doing here is just playing as many of my shivs as I can to get kunai going so that we can build up our dexterity. You want to play all of your powers. The only thing that we're really trying to do with the champ is avoid taking him below half health until we're ready for it. He will become significantly more difficult at that point, so we just kind of use all of our powers, do all of our scaling, and then try to take him over the edge. All right. So we want to discard a reflex, of course. And here we go. He's not attacking. So in this situation, we can just work on our kunai. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and quick slash, draw a card. There we go, Blade Dance, but we have too many cards in our hand, which is kind of a funny problem to have. I'm going to strike, and let's see, we've got 8 cards in our hand. This will draw us 4, so we need to play one more strike before we can play this, and then we will get all of them, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to Violence just to see what we get. I was hoping to get, my 0 cost, but we didn't, but that's fine. We're almost there, by the way. We're almost, taking him over the edge, so we need to be careful about that. What do we want to discard right now? I'm going to discard Hand of Greed. I don't need that. All right, we need to be considering blocking. He's going to do 18, so I'm going to Acrobatics and just ditch. Even though I'm going to take some damage, I still don't want to do Wraith Form right now. I'm fine with just leg sweeping this dude, giving him Neutralize. He wants to do 13. We're already fully blocking. So, oh, and I got an extra energy in there. I believe that was from Nunchaku. So let me just put Poison on him. Now, the only thing about Poison on this dude, unfortunately, is that when he does go below half health, he will get rid of all of his debuffs. So the Poison will go away. We're going to get rid of Tactician. This might be the turn that we take him down because we have so much energy. 1, 2, 3. Here, we're going to think ahead, draw 2 cards, And what card do we want to put on top of our draw pile? I need to play both Defends and Blade Dance, so actually Eviscerate, I guess, goes up there. Remember, we're playing our defenses last because we want the kunai to power up as much as possible to make these even more valuable. We don't actually need 24 block, but it's nice to have it. Now, he's going to buff this turn, which means he's going to get stronger. Okay, so what card do we want to discard? We want to discard Wraith Form. We don't want that now. And he does not heal like the Time Eater at this shift. He just is going to make himself a lot stronger. So what we want to do is just do as much damage as we can on this turn. All right, so we're going to trip him to make him vulnerable. We're going to just hit him here and choose a card to discard. Defend, he's not attacking us. Okay, we're going to discover. I think Finisher is great right here. Some of those other cards are good for the long run, but we're trying to beat this guy as quickly as possible. So we have enough energy to play everything. Let's go ahead and Eviscerate. But we have to do it backward because of all-out attack. So unfortunately, we'll strike, and then we have to play Finisher now because all-out attack is going to discard a card at random, which would be our last card. So we need to play this now. But now, look at where we've got this dude. We've got him down to 44. And he's going to take the poison damage, so he's going to go to 36, and then now he's going to like ramp himself up, get super strong, and do this giant attack, his execute. We're going to get rid of Tactician. Okay, and we don't even have to worry about this 48 damage because we can just kill this guy. Plus, we also just drew good instincts from our magnetism, which with our 12, dex is just a ridiculous amount of blocks, so we can just laugh about that. But all we're going to do is just Blade Dance and just take this guy to town. With our Strength Potion, it's just all over for this dude. And we got it. No problem. We didn't even use our Fairy in a Bottle. Alright, so we get a Swift Potion and we get a choice. What card do we want? I mean, do we want another Unload? Well, I like Bullet Time a good bit. I don't know if it's necessary in our deck, but it certainly would help us on turns when we want to set up and we have, like, Corpse Explosion and, some of these other powers or things that are expensive, even Wraith Form, something like that we just want to play a bunch of. So this can help us. Now, if we get the Time Eater, that could be unfortunate. All right, so we get relic choices. So the Calling Bell gives you a curse and 3 relics, and the Black Star makes elites drop additional relics, and the Slaver's Collar will give us boss extra energy in boss and elite combats. So I'm going to take the Slaver's Collar. I love extra energy, and this has no downsides except it only works during boss and elite. We might not fight that many elites, but we're definitely fighting a boss. This is less valuable on Act 3. You want to get this earlier when it can go off more for you, and this one, it can be really good, but I don't think we are, sometimes I do this if I'm desperate. I need a little bit of a surge in power. I don't like adding curses, and, if I had like Omamori or something like that and can negate the curse, maybe, but in this case, we're just going to take Slaver's Collar and move on. And we got, the Woke Bloke, okay? So, this guy, is going to be okay with us playing a whole bunch of cards, but we can't really play as many of our powers as we'd like. So we need to be a little bit more careful about adding a bunch of powers. But in all honesty, if I sort our cards right here by type and I go down to power, you can see that we really only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 powers. So we're not going to be victimized by this guy. The only powers that I'll definitely play will be Footwork Plus. This is worth it. And Tools of the Trade maybe at the beginning. Maybe even Noxious Fumes, but that will be it. And then once he changes form, we can get into Wraith Form, Caltrop, stuff like that. So, honestly, I'm happy with this boss, and I think we're in a great spot. And I want to say, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're finding this informative and fun. Take care.